Hey YouTube, what's up? My name is Jonathan. I'm one of the co-hosts of this podcast. I just wanted to preface this episode and say thank you for checking it out. I hope you guys enjoy it, and don't forget to subscribe, to like this video, and to share with your friends. Also, check us out on Instagram at Talk Progression. Also, there's a link in the bio if you just want to listen to the audio version of this podcast. That's available as well. Also, just wanted to give you guys a heads up that the intro is static. We're still working on getting an animated version of that, but the rest of the podcast has video. So I hope you guys enjoy it, and thanks for checking us out. We'll see you around. Hello, I'm Jonathan.
And I'm Sam.
And this is Progression in Progress. Okay, welcome back to another episode of Progression in Progress. I'm extremely excited for this one. Sam, how excited? Are you excited? I feel like you're not very excited, even though you should be.
I mean, I'm excited, but I don't know. It's been a crazy week. Lots has happened.
Okay, so we're gonna walk you through this whole week, and I'm just so excited for Sam to share this story because this is literally progression in progress in real time, right? This is like the whole idea of the show, and Sam gets to share this story that literally just like embodies that in real time. It could not be more perfect. It's the culmination of all his grinding, everything. It's just, dude, it's so perfect. So Sam, I feel like you've told me what happened, right? But you haven't like walked me through it, right? We haven't talked on the phone since you told me.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah, I guess that's true.
So I want you to walk me through the story.
So
give me the details, all the juicy details. I know you hate the juicy details. I know you don't want to share it, but this is what people want to hear. This is what I want to hear. Just pretend like no one's listening. Go ahead.
All right. So basically on Monday, I usually have a scheduled meeting with my boss, and we just kind of talk about just everything that's going on, how I'm doing, like things to work on, and just how everything's going basically. And we had that meeting scheduled, and then when the meeting started, I saw it was started by like basically kind of like my boss's boss,
the head honcho.
Yeah, of like my whole department. And
Okay.
so I was like, and the meeting was called like one-on-one with my boss, like scheduled as that. So I'm like, that's kind of weird.
Yeah. What did you think? Like when you saw that, were you like, did you know something was up, or were you like, what's going on, or like what?
I kind of thought something must have had to been up because that's just so weird. Or like, I don't know, like if he just wanted to come in and just like, there's like a lot of, which I really love about my team is that, we're all just like really kind of, we're all grateful for each other, and we all like really, kind of like show our support to each other. So I'm like, oh, maybe he's just coming in to be like, oh, it's been crazy. Thanks for everything you've been doing, something like that. But as soon as I saw that happened, I actually messaged Asa, and I was like, yo, like the meeting that I'm supposed to just have with my boss, like, the head of the department's coming to too. And
oh shoot,
he was kind of joking. He's like, oh, that's it, bro. It's all over. It was nice working with you. And I was like, and so I go into the meeting.
So wait, hold on. Were you going into the meeting? Were you nervous or were you excited?
I was nervous, honestly.
Okay.
Yeah, I just had no idea. It could be anything. And then after he said that, I don't know. Like, I didn't really think too much of it, but...
So Asa was saying that you were going to get fired.
Yeah, he was just joking, though. He's like, oh, that's happened to me before. Like, that's it for you. I'm like, oh, man. So shout outs to him for instilling that fear into me before it all started.
Nice.
But then it gets worse because, well, okay, maybe not worse, but I go in and
this is a Zoom call, right?
Yeah, it's like a Zoom call, okay. Microsoft Teams, and nice. So Fancy. I go in there, and it's just me, and then the head of the department, and he's just kind of like, oh, hey Sam, and we just kind of talk about how the weekend was. It was a Monday, so, and then I work by myself on the weekends. I have some support, but so we're just kind of going over that, and then Um, but he was like completely very serious. Like there was no emotions really being shown. It was like very formal.
Ooh, so did that make you even more nervous?
Yeah, a little bit.
Were you like,
I'm like,
hey?
what's this gonna be about? And so, and then a couple minutes later, my boss comes in, and he's all, and then we do have video on as well, and so like you can just tell like there's something going on, like just how they're acting, but like they were just so like I don't know how to describe it, like monotone or just like
Professional,
professional. Yeah,
straight to the business.
exactly. Yeah.
And were you starting to sweat? Were you getting nervous? Were you all worried?
Uh, Honestly, at the very beginning, not really, just because they were just kind of talking pretty candidly, just, "Oh, how's the weekend?"
Sure.
or whatever. And so I was like,
How's the
"Well,"
weekend? Good? You're fired.
yeah, yeah, exactly. Like I didn't think it'd be something like that. Like, and the fact that they weren't both on just like immediately or something, there's a bit of a delay. Like, okay, like I feel like you'd both kind of be in there right away. I don't
Sure.
know. And so he comes on, so no one's showing any emotion. And so he's like, as soon as my boss came on, he's like, okay. The head department's like, okay, well, I usually don't come on to these kinds of calls, but I just thought that, like, due to the gravity of the situation or what's going
Oh man.
on, I thought it'd be good that I was also here. I was like, and then it's like, we've had some recent restructuring in the company.
Dude, they're pranking you.
Dude, and so like straight up, it's like, and because of that, like we've had some changes to some contractors that we've had at the company, and as part of that change, we're gonna have to let you go as a contractor. And
They
they,
said that to you?
they said that.
No.
Pretty sure something like that. And so like that whole time, like I was just like, when going through that whole speech, I was just kind of like just sitting there, just kind of like biting my lip. I was like, oh, what's going on? Like, is this really happening? Like, is this over for me?
Dude,
Like,
they
I
really
thought,
pranked you.
they hardcore pranked me. Like I was just like sweating there. I'm like, there's no way. And so yeah, they say that, and then right after that, they turn it around. They get like, they both like get these huge smiles on their faces, and they're like, "Well, that," and so we can't have you as a contractor anymore. So we're gonna have to promote you to a full-time employee. Well, it's
Yes, dude.
that's
Or
just what we
official
call it.
employee, right?
Yeah,
And
official
official?
employee. It's probably a better way
Because
to
you
say it.
were working 40 hours a week already, but
Yeah,
now
I
it's
was
like an
already
official.
working, right, yeah,
Okay.
over 40 hours, but yeah, like, now instead of being a contractor for the company I'm working for, I now work directly for the company. So,
Dude, they pranked you,
they
dude. They
pranked
got
me.
you.
As soon after they said that, like, we all just started laughing, and, like, the tension went away pretty quick, but I was honestly so floored, and there were just so many like emotions going through me because I just thought it was over, that I didn't even know what to say, because they were like waiting, and I even said, I was like, I'm kind of speechless right now after all that. Like I thought it was over for me.
Oh my
And
goodness.
yeah, so
And then you were pretty dang happy. I mean, I didn't get to talk to you in between, when you told me and then now, but you sounded pretty, like through your text, you sounded pretty happy.
oh yeah, I was I was so happy. Like I think right after that happened, like I got off the call after they kind of just went over everything, um, about what everything would entail, and then yeah, I actually I messaged Asa right after that, and let him know the news, and we all just kind of we freaked out a little bit, because we've been I think we even talked about it in the last podcast. Like he got this like same kind of promotion there, probably probably 8 months ago or whatever it's been, or probably almost a year now. It was at the beginning of the year, and so we got on. He called me. We got on the call together and just kind of freaked out for a little while, um, and then yeah, I don't know. After that, I was just happy for the rest of the day. It was hard to really like stay focused on stuff, just because I was just so excited and so happy to finally get that. Like I was kind of dancing around my house for a little while. I called my mom, called my dad, called a couple people in my family, message all
Dude.
you guys. Like it was a good time.
Oh man. Well, what I think is so great about this, well, first off, congratulations, right? Like this is I mean, I think I said it before, but let me say it in person. Congratulations. That's super exciting. And I
Thank
just think what's so amazing about it is that it's literally the epitome or like it's the whole this is like progression and progress like right in front of us. This is exactly what we're, we enjoy talking about. This is a reason, what we want to talk about here on the podcast, and it's right here in front of us.
Yep.
So I don't know. How do you feel, Sam? Like one thing you said after, you're like, dang, hard work pays off. So tell me what you're like, why do you feel like explain that, right? Because give people some context. Because I really do believe that, hard work has paid off here.
Totally. Yeah, I just feel like since just starting like, this job or even just at my other job, I just always just felt like if I just kept working really hard, if I just kept, showing up, putting in the time, doing my best, that, good things would happen. And after I saw like Asa kind of also go through kind of the same thing, and hearing his story, and just you know just me just doing all the work and everything that I have been doing, I just knew that something would eventually happen, somewhere, uh, that'd be rewarded for my efforts. And it finally came, and it was really unexpected, and it just it almost made it that much better. But it just kind of goes to show for me, you never know when things will change, and when something like that can happen to you. So I feel like this kind of, gotta keep putting in the work continuously, because you never know when something good will happen. And
Yeah, it's kind of how it is. It's like that. Remember that stupid graph that I showed you, and then you didn't even vibe with. You remember that
oh
one
yeah,
where it was
yeah.
like, yeah, okay, Sam, you're selling yourself short here. Okay, you are not doing a good enough job to hype yourself up, which I understand. So let me give
Trying
everyone
to
the
be
full
humble,
context.
man.
Okay, yeah, you're being pretty humble, which is a good thing. I think that's a good thing, but I don't have to be humble for you. Okay, so my man Sam. Okay, this is the whole like. Sam, these last like 3 years, dude, has been balling out of his mind. He's turned the whole thing. He's turned his whole life around. I mean, like I said, Sam's a pretty humble guy, but dude, so high school was a little. I mean, Sam's a smart dude, but the end of high school was a little rough. College didn't work out. I mean, we're looking at a successful college dropout right here. I mean,
uh,
you're making Kanye proud right here. Okay, so Sam, right? I mean, I'm not saying this. I'm only saying this because things have worked out, and I think that makes it even more amazing. But you dropped out of school, Sam. You dropped out of college, right? And then you were working a minimum wage job, and then like everything, you weren't vibing with life. Everything wasn't. You didn't feel like things were going your way. But then all of a sudden, you decided to go 180. You turned it 180. Take us back 25 episodes when we talked about the backstory and the philosophy and all that. And Sam's goal, right? He had a goal to get a Tesla. Okay, and that's started his motivation. But then he just got on the grind. Sam just got on the grind, started working. He got the second job and was working freaking 80 hours a week. Were you working how many hours? Was it 80 hours a week?
yeah, I mean, I still am.
Yeah, he's working 80 hours a week. Okay, he's been on the grind for what, a year and a half now.
Yeah, just about. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so he's worked. So okay, let me walk. See, this is the progression right here. Drop out of college, right? Working a minimum wage job, nothing going his way. Decides to turn it all around, take control of his life, be like, okay, this is what I'm doing. I'm getting the job done. And he keeps grinding at his first job, picks up a second job, grinds hard at that second job, and now we're here. It's like hopefully I can express, what I'm trying to express. Sam has been on the grind for a year and a half now, and it's really paid off.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it's crazy to think it's been that long. And, I know some people, have been doing that forever, but yeah, I kind of feel like this is, at least for me, like this is like kind of a big thing for me, because I just feel like I never feel like I've before in my life that I've like kind of really worked hard at something or towards something, or just kind of in general, and then actually seeing results of it now is just kind of crazy. I mean, I won't say like, actually no, probably will. Like I feel like I never really I was never really motivated, or I just didn't really, you know, I didn't see like a light at the end of the tunnel or anything, like especially like kind of in high school and a bit after that. And so once I, you know, kind of, and it was kind of honestly you kind of inspiring me to just kind of flip around, just okay, I'm going to start grinding it out, I'm going to start working hard, see where that takes me, that, you know, everything kind of changed and now things are going a lot better.
Well,
So it's crazy.
I'm glad. I mean, you might not like this analogy, but I'm glad I could be the spark, you know, because you know you're all into electric vehicles, so you probably wouldn't vibe with that. But I'm glad I could be the, you know, the ignition, you know, so to that. But it really, don't give me any credit, you know. I maybe like nudged you just a tiny bit, but it's you have been the one putting in the 80-hour work weeks for the last 2 years, you know.
Right.
So it's you deserve the credit. And I think, and what's great about this, I'm super excited for you excited for you for this, because now, you know, we're not going to talk numbers or anything, but Sam's getting a little bit of a pay raise, and now he can quit his second job and actually live a normal life.
Yep. Yeah.
And are you excited about that? Going from 80 to 40? Isn't that crazy?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. It's still crazy to me to think that, you know, that'll be my life. And, you know, I definitely feel like just with all of this, that I still feel like I need, especially now that, you know, I'm getting this opportunity, that I feel like I really need to, you know, work hard and show that, you know, they made a good decision or good choice on me. So I really do want to, you know, work hard there even more if I can. So yeah, I will definitely be working a bit less than I am now, probably, but, you know, I'm not going to say I'm going to start slacking off or anything. This is just the beginning.
You just got more productive free time now.
Exactly.
You know, exactly. Okay,
start working
perfect,
on other
dude.
projects and
Something like that, dude.
You know, just at my job in general. So even though this is the end of, you know, splitting my time between two places here, I'm still going to, you know, I'm still going to keep grinding. It doesn't end just because
this is progression and progress, dude.
Exactly.
Of course.
Things are still going to progress and get better, and that's that.
Dude. Okay. Well, anything you want to close it with, Sam? I mean, we normally ask our people that we're interviewing here, but you're the man of the hour today. So anything you want to close it with?
Just keep grinding, keep working hard at whatever you're doing, and do the best that you can at it, because you never know where that might take you, and what people are watching, and yeah, just take any opportunities that are given to you and just run with them, you know. Yeah, I think that's about it.
Well, Sam is living proof that progression, you know, the progression of progress is real. It is possible. And one thing that I am remembering, you know, as you're saying this, and I guess we'll end it with this, is, you know, Adam, when we interviewed my friend Adam, my barber, Adam, and he was talking about, you know, if you're working hard, people will notice. And I feel like, you know, that's coming true right now too, Sam, with you. So I'm giving you a round of applause, Sam, for being on the grind so long, and for really, I mean, you're practicing what we preach, man, and it's working out for you. So,
Yep.
So that's awesome.
Awesome. Well, yeah, thanks everyone for coming and, you know, coming along with this journey and hearing out my story and listening to this episode. Yeah, I guess, let's see.
And make sure to follow Talk Progression. Yeah, so, and rate the show 5 stars. Like Sam said, thank you so much for listening. And don't you worry, this is just the beginning. This isn't the end. You know, it's always a progression. So thank you guys for listening.
Yep. See ya.